Cast Nation, it's been about 4 to 5 days since I've seen Captain America Brave New World. I want to come on here and give you my quick thoughts, what I didn't like about the film, but most importantly, some spoiler thoughts as well. So again, we'll give a quick, little bit 4 or 5 minutes of non-spoiler thoughts, and then from there, we'll get some spoiler territory, what I liked about the film and everything else, what I thought about the post-credit scene and the 2 cameos and all that stuff, okay? So, number one is this. Is this the worst film that Marvel's created? The answer is no, it's not. Is it the best Marvel film ever? No. I would say this much. This film to me was okay. It was watchable at best. There's a lot of times where you can tell there was reshoots done. The first scene of the film we get with Captain America and Sidewinder, I thought was very much okay with the suit on, but the hand-to-hand combat scene I thought was just super, it didn't feel right to me, if that makes sense. Even Papa Cash, who was next to me, pointed out something to me that didn't make any sense involving a gun, if you will. As far as the leader goes, in this film, the leader to me has a very weird design, a very weird look. If you watch Incredible Hulk, you'll know why that is. They do reference the film a lot, by the way, so again, if you want to watch Captain America Brave New World and you don't know who the leader is, where he came from, his origin, the best way to learn about him will be Incredible Hulk, the movie itself, okay? Now, Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Ross. I thought he did a fine job. I think some parts he delivered the scenes well, and other parts he did do the best of job, if you will. I have one nitpick with Ross, which is I don't like the way that when he becomes Red Hulk in the film, which again is not a spoiler, it's in the poster, it's all the marketing. If you have not seen any of the marketing, no poster, no trailer, sorry, there's Red Hulk in the film, FYI. And I mean, it's been out the whole weekend. It's now Tuesday, February this 18th. So if you don't know by now, sorry. But again, Harrison Ford, when he becomes Red Hulk for the first time in the film, which, small spoiler, it's one time. It's not much, it's not many. Like, I thought it was gonna be 2 scenes in this film, and I was wrong, okay? Like with the Bruce Banner character in general, there's always a thing where they're like trying to prevent themselves from getting mad. Once they get mad with the green eyes, transformation happens, right? And with Harrison Ford's Red Hulk, the one thing that kind of bothered me was like, I can give context because again, the film's been out for a couple of days and it's a minor spoiler. Once again, the leader himself is on a speaker system near where the president is giving a speech, and he's trying to, I guess, stir Ross up or something. I don't really know. And Ross's people, his secret service and other people are trying to basically shove him into the building, gets him away from what's about to happen, get him away from any possible danger, any threats that might be nearby, gets him away from any threats that might be nearby and stuff. And Thaddeus Ross, he is trying so hard to be like, no, I want to tell the truth, I want to tell the truth. And they're just shoving him, and you can tell he's struggling, he's getting mad. To me, I don't know, the way that they did the transformation with him specifically, it felt so like it just took too long. Like he's getting mad. It's like, come on. Like at least when Bruce Banner transforms, green eyes pop up, the transformation starts immediately. With Ross, it's like you can see his eyes get red and his body starts to turn red, and then the transformation happens. I don't know. It might have been just me, but it bothered me, okay? The Red Hulk fight with Captain America was dope. That is the only part of the film I liked the most, was the Red Hulk Captain America fight, okay? The way that Sam Wilson defeats Red Hulk without giving it away, it's predictable and it kind of makes sense at the same time, and I'll touch upon it briefly in my spoiler section. But again, if you're wondering, okay, is it a fair fight? In some ways, Sam Wilson does hold his own, which I'm happy to say that much. But unfortunately, I mean, it makes sense because again, Sam Wilson does not have super soldier serum, which again is in the trailer, it's in the marketing, not a spoiler. He literally mentions in the trailer, I should have taken the serum. He doesn't take the serum, but literally he says that you should have taken the serum. He is not Steve Rogers. He's not Bucky. He's not able to just sit there and punch Ross to death if he wanted to. They have a little tussle here and there, and then they're able to basically squash it, if you will. And again, I won't tell you how till the very end. Touching back on the leader for a second. In this film specifically, it's a direct tie-in from Incredible Hulk. If you don't know Incredible Hulk, I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil that much for it. I'm gonna just give it to you straight, because the film came out in 2008, which is so many years ago. That's like, it's been what, 10, 14, 15 years, right? If you don't know Incredible Hulk storyline, let's get into it, okay? Incredible Hulk, the specific leader storyline, Bruce Banner goes to meet this guy named Mr. Green or Mr. Blue, and it turns out to be Dr. Samuel Stern. So in the movie, again, this is all Incredible Hulk. This is not Captain America Brave New World. Again, this is not in Captain America. This is an Incredible Hulk. So don't think that I'm telling you that Bruce Banner is in this film. He's not. This happens in the film. It doesn't. This is Incredible Hulk specifically. In Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner and Betty Ross go to visit Samuel Stern. And essentially, Bruce Banner gets on a chair or whatever, transforms into the Hulk. Samuel is fascinated by it. And it's revealed in the film that all the times that Bruce has sent samples of his blood / gamma blood to Samuel, he's kept it for samples or for whatever reason. The soldier that becomes Abomination goes to Stern, and in that scene, he hits Samuel Stern. Samuel Stern basically gets knocked back, hits something, and the gamma blood basically drips down to his forehead. There's a wound there, of course, which gives him the look we see in the film of Captain America Brave New World. Ross did what you expected him to do, was like, hey, we got a genius right here. Let's take advantage, use what we can, do what we can, right? And then once Ross is done with the leader is never called the leader in the film, which kind of bugged me, but we'll get into it, okay? So the leader basically gets mad at Ross, starts to do what he does best, and it basically does some shady things. Things are revealed about Ross in the film that you'll find out in the film or in the spoiler section, however you want to do that. The leader is basically doing a lot of shady things to hurt Ross, okay? He was supposed to be portrayed as a smart guy, yet there's multiple times in the film where it's like, yeah, you're smart, but you didn't see this coming, that coming, you did this, that doesn't make sense, you did that doesn't make sense. Really, you know? In the post-credit scene, we'll get into it, but you know, right? Two characters in the film, Ruth and the Black Lady, I apologize, I don't remember her name. Okay, serviceable performances, you know, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Juan Torres or Danny Ramirez, I cannot remember the character's name. I don't know why. We'll put below right here what his name is, okay? At first, in the very beginning of the film, he annoyed the piss out of me with his jokes and one-liners, if you will. But thankfully, as the film went on, he basically, it's like the director / the film started to see that he was becoming too quippy, too jokey. He basically was just too annoying. He would do things to other characters that annoyed me, like Isaiah Bradley with his phone, say some dumb things here and there, have some quirky lines. But as the film went along, he settled down, became more serious, and I did enjoy that aspect of his character, okay? And last but not least, we have Anthony Mackie, Captain America himself, who I had not talked about, and Isaiah Bradley, Carl Lumbly. We'll get to him in a second, okay? I said in my active reaction twice, I don't see Sam Wilson / Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Has that changed? No, it hasn't. I'm gonna just give it to you straight. I know he's going to be the new leader of the Avengers based upon the ending, which again we'll talk about in the spoiler section, okay? Anthony Mackie, great performance. I'm not hating on the guy. I'm not saying anything bad about his performance. Did a great job. Brought Sam to life like always, okay? I enjoyed the fact he puts others in front of him. He puts others above him. He tries to take care of too many things in this film. Tries to take care of Isaiah Bradley. Tries to look out for Ross. Just trying to figure out what is going on to cause all these events from happening. He has so many great qualities as a leader. But to me, I still see him as a sidekick. I just do. You know, I am sure he'll be a great leader for the Avengers. But to me, I think we all can agree on one thing. Captain America will always be one person. Not Bucky, not Sam, but Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, okay? Now, that's not to say that when Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars comes out, if Anthony Mackie's in the film as Captain America, I won't watch it. Like, of course I'm gonna watch it. I cover on this channel. What do you mean, you know? And that's not to say that I'm gonna give the film a negative point for that, because that's just dumb. Like, you know where this is going. There's no reason to do that, you know? But to me, I enjoyed the performance, enjoyed his character, enjoy what he does. People have said that they basically redo the thing with him questioning him being Captain America. And I would say this much. They do it in a specific scene with another character, which you'll talk about in a spoiler section, okay? I understood why they had this scene for. It's not like WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness. We are repeating the same story beats in the same character arc. That's not happening. What's happening is, in the film, something bad happens to a character, which I won't get into. And basically, Sam Wilson is left with a decision of not knowing what to do, having regrets, questioning his choices in life, talks to a certain person, if you will, which again, if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. And I like that scene a lot. I understand the scene perfectly. It makes sense. It's like, I have messed up so much. What if Steve made a mistake by choosing me to carry the shield, right? And again, that film was like some years old. But to me, I don't see it, and I don't think I ever will. Again, not hitting on Anthony Mackie as an actor, not saying his performance was better or worse, or that he could have done anything to change my mind. But at the end of the day, I don't see Anthony Mackie as Captain America. He's just Falcon. I mean, that's just all he ever will be to me, you know? I do in some ways kind of wish he could get rid of his wings, because in some ways, I mean, I understand the argument of, okay, if he has the super soldier serum, how is he different than Steve Rogers and Bucky? Valid point. Absolutely valid point, you know? But at the same time, though, like, how is he able to just fight other villains without the extra boost, if you will, right? Carl Lumbly, as in Isaiah Bradley, fantastic job in the film. Unfortunately, is super underused in the film. Same thing goes for Giancarlo Esposito. Both these two gentlemen in the film. Giancarlo Esposito, underutilized, underwritten, forgettable performance, unfortunately. Isaiah Bradley, same thing goes for him. I mean, obviously, you know the film, he tries to kill the president, okay? And it's revealed what's happened to him, why he does what he does. And thankfully, things are resolved with him, which I really appreciate. But again, I dislike the way things were handled with his character. To me, it's like we get him in the first act of the film, something happens, now he's in another place, if you will. And it's not till the very last see the film we get him back in the film, which again, minor spoiler, he's in a prison cell in the trailer itself. So, you know, he goes to prison for a little bit, goes to jail because of what he did, right? And to me, once we understand why Isaiah Bradley does what he does in the film, you figure, okay, now that that's resolved, let's bring him out and continue the story with him involved. But unfortunately, we don't for some reason, okay? It's very weird, but I would say this 100%. Isaiah Bradley, Carl Lumbly had the top 3 best performance in this film. It's not even a question. He, to me, when he was on screen, especially was emotional, trying to make people try to profess his innocence, I was heartbroken. I was like, oh my God, this dude got killed off in the movie. I would cry. He doesn't, thankfully, he doesn't, but I would cry, you know? Captain America Brave New World. Do you need to watch this in theaters? The answer is no. I don't think you do. I think that you'd be perfectly fine watching this from home, at work, on Disney Plus. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Adamantium is literally what you see in the trailer is what you get. Just to make sure you understand that don't go to this film for adamantium, for a Wolverine tease. Doesn't happen. It's mentioned, talk about very small, very lightly, but that's about it, okay? As always, Cash Nation, thank you for watching. We're going to talk spoilers here in a second. But again, for those who wanted a brief review of what I thought about the film, there you go. As far as, is this an important film to watch? If you're someone who wants to follow the MCU or follow what's to come ahead, yes. This film is the most important film in the MCU versus other films. You know, more important than Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Black Panther. And that's not me dissing those films. That's not me saying I hate those films. This film is always something very important, which again, we'll talk about in the spoiler section. Super important. You probably know, you probably guessed it, but if you don't know, we'll get to it. But in the meantime, I would say stream this from the comfort of your own home. I would give Captain America Brave New World a 4 out of 10. Okay? I say 4 out of 10 for many reasons, which we'll talk about in the spoiler section, so bear with me. But again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more weekly MCU and DC news roundup videos, as well as trailer reactions, at-theater reactions, and reviews. And as always, you're awesome. Stay tuned for my spoiler thoughts. Cash Nation, here are my spoiler thoughts for Captain America Brave New World. Number 1, 2 cameos. You have Liv Tyler, Betty Ross, which I knew was coming from a mile away because of Sedley photos and stuff. I'll be honest, didn't care for her performance at all. I didn't care for her performance one bit, okay? Ross is in the raft, and he talks to Betty for about a minute or two, and it's a touching scene, if you will, at that, you know? So, you're probably asking me, Cash, how does Sam Wilson, Captain America, defeat Red Hulk in this film? Ready? After 5 minutes of fighting, basically Sam is staying there with other people because people have not gotten to the scene of the crime, of the fight, if you will. Red Hulk gets back up from being knocked out from both Sam and himself, I think, hitting something. And then Red Hulk approaches, a little mad. Sam defeats Red Hulk by mentioning Betty. Yep, that's it. He does fight him a little bit here and there, but yeah. Red Hulk is just walking towards Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, and then Sam just calms him down and then mentions Betty Ross's name. That's just what calms him down. What's going on in the film, to give it to you straight, is Ross used the leader as collateral damage between the Hulk and the Abomination fight and Incredible Hulk. Because I guess Ross wanted to get rid of the leader decides to expose him by basically triggering Isaiah Bradley and other super soldiers to basically attack the White House. Isaiah Bradley gets locked up. In the first act of the film, by the way, the first act of the film, which I really dislike the scene a lot. I mentioned this about Isaiah Bradley's section. Something is discovered that doesn't go anywhere, okay? When Ruth, the security detail for the president, watches the footage over again, and so is Sam Wilson, Aquan Torres, or Daniel Ramirez. I apologize either way. She sees that Isaiah Bradley's phone has flashed a couple of times, meaning he was triggered before the press conference took place, before the speech took place. And yet, you're thinking, okay, well, that means he got free. Nope, he didn't. No, what happened was, she sees that, I think it was to visit him, but it's not for that reason, you think. And he has to wait the whole entire way to get out of jail. Even in the second act of the film, when Ross is on the boats, Sam was trying to talk to him about the leader. The leader basically tells him, I set up Isaiah Bradley. Well, not Isaiah Bradley, because he doesn't know Isaiah Bradley. Well, no. He has a whole wall in his bunker of all the super soldiers. And Ross figures it out, or / told, yeah, I set this whole thing up, from the leader himself. And still does nothing with it, you know? The second cameo in the film is Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan. Basically, in the second act of the film, Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, and Denny Ramirez, Aquan Torres, I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name, are in the Pacific Ocean, or whatever ocean they're in. They're trying to fight the Japanese, and it's a whole thing of basically The Japanese super soldiers are triggered by the leader to attack the US, or fighting back and forth. Sam is trying to de-escalate along with the Falcon's help. The Falcon decides to try to do a dumb move against a jet or a plane, gets knocked out into the ocean, and he's out of commission. Sam Wilson is in the operating room. No, not operating room, but the room next to operating room, watching the surgery go on. He hears footsteps. I literally knew before he showed his face, it was Bucky. I swear to God on my life, my money was on Bucky. It makes sense, right? Because if it was Ross or Ruth, you would have seen their face. Because you heard footsteps, but you didn't see the face yet, you know it. And so I said to my dad it was Bucky. Said to Gonzo it was Bucky. Guess who it was? It was Bucky. They have a little heartfelt chats, 1 minute each, 1 minute long scene. That's pretty much about it. And then, get to you straight, the end of the film, when Juan Torres, Daniel Ramirez is in the bed, waking up from his coma or whatever. Sam Wilson and him talk. Basically, they talk about restarting, rebuilding the Avengers. Okay, no names are dropped, no mentioned characters, but Juan Torres / Daniel Ramirez speaks about getting a new suit. Okay, and the post-credit scene of this film, Sam Wilson goes to visit the leader in the raft, and essentially the leader just says there's a bigger threat coming to this world / universe. I'm summarizing, paraphrasing here, okay? Sidewinder, as far as the post-credit scene goes, so the bigger threat, I would assume, just means Doomsday, Secret Wars, if you will. I think for the post-credit scene, it is my belief for the Thunderbolts post-credit scene that Sam Wilson will show up to recruit the Thunderbolts / Bucky into the new Avengers. I think the new Avengers will be Bucky, Reed Richards, and Doctor Strange, and a new Black Panther. A small group of people, okay? I don't think it's going to be all the teams at once, because that would make no sense. It has to be one character from each team to create the Avengers, if you will, right? I also believe that Doomsday, that Fantastic Four will lead right into Doomsday, if you will. In the leader, basically Sam Wilson found some pills in the leader's bunker, and it's revealed that Ross was taking pills that gave him gamma that made him the Red Hulk. Essentially, it's revealed in the film that Ross was dying. That's why he needs the pills. One time in the film where Ross is about to transform into the Red Hulk, it's on the ship. The leader is in his ear, trying to piss him off, get a rise out of him. You see his eyes turn red. He squeezes a pipe or something, and that's really about it. Sidewinder is essentially just a leader setting up Sidewinder for a specific reason, which I forgot, to be honest. Giancarlo Esposito shows up in the film, has very minimum dialogue, no character depth really, and it's honestly a forgettable character. Like I forgot what he was supposed to be a part of in the film. It's revealed that Ross wanted Sam to rebuild the Avengers. That's why at the end he talks about doing so. So Cash Station, those are my spoiler thoughts for Captain America: Brave New World. Again, the post-credits scene, the ending, definitely watch this film for that reason. But for nothing else, don't bother. And as always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you next one.
Blind smoke, tryna cope, blind smoke, tryna smoke, blind smoke, tryna hold up, we need weed, purple, green, Kelly, coming.